Stable and cart house is a sensitive adaptation in North Melbourne, engaging thoughtfully with the imperfections and idiosyncrasies of a 1920s brick warehouse. Located in Little Leveson Street in North Melbourne, surrounded by period houses and warehouse buildings. Original plans show a series of 10 horse stalls, cart dock, manure bins and large feed loft, designed by the esteemed architect Harry A Norris, better known for designing Melbourne's iconic Nicholas Building, Mitchell House and Burnham Beeches. Having owned the warehouse for 25 years, our client's retirement and relocation from the Blue Mountains was the catalyst to undertake the conversion project to their new home. The site has had many uses over the years, including a stable, ironworks, box maker, salvage warehouse, and more recently, a dressmaking atelier, where the tenant lived upstairs in what was originally the hayloft. And here a model of the interior volume as we found it, and a section of the existing space. The stable and cart building is a modest brick and timber building with only the simplest of adornments on the pedimented facade. The building remains remarkably intact despite a history of varied uses over the past 100 years. The project maintains the original facade in its found condition untouched, including the large timber sliding door with its wicket access gate. We were keen to engage with and preserve the rich history of the building's varied uses, all of which have left indelible marks on the building fabric. Defined by its 4 double-height perimeter walls, the existing stables presents an enclosed singular volume encumbered only by the original feedloft cutting through the central airspace. The building is constructed from terracotta red brick. Unpainted timber scissor trusses support the corrugated galvanised roof, which has extensive rust and ad hoc patching. Various skylights allow natural light into the building, and unpainted steel beams support the feedloft, which has expressed timber joists and Baltic pine flooring. And here you see some of those kind of shadows of former occupation, these corner stairs and the fantastic heritage sign. The overall project strategy was an exercise in restrained removal and repair only where structural integrity required intervention. Industrial patina, aged timbers, and rusted corrugated roofing were key characteristics of the historic interior to be retained and celebrated. These are the existing plans and the hayloft, and the stair was not original. And a diagram of the kind of key manoeuvre of inserting the light well and the proposed section. The existing ground floor slab was retained for contamination confinement, common in North Melbourne, and a new concrete screed poured over a layer of rigid insulation as shown here. Double glazing, operable skylights for thermal purging and cross ventilation, highly insulated rooms within the larger space work to combat the thermal limitations of a 100-year-old double brick warehouse. Internally, the distressed roof is retained as the ceiling with a new highly insulated roof structure inconspicuously constructed above. Corrosion holes and 100 years of ad hoc repairs will remain as found, creating a patchwork of patina. The timber feedloft was partially removed to expose the full height of the interior, visually liberating the scissor trusses and the steel beams. Timber was salvaged and reused where required to complete the upper level construction. A solitary tree occupies the restrained garden courtyard formed at the centre of the plan by removing a portion of roof, which allows natural light and ventilation to permeate the interior. Here you see the new roof opening. From our shadow study analysis, we located the courtyard on the south to avoid overshadowing of the northern neighbour. This decision has worked well, with light reflecting off the southern brick courtyard wall into the interior throughout the day. Here the highly insulated roof is installed on top of the existing, behind the existing parapet, and loft joists removed and their memory retained unfilled. The design challenge presented itself as a paradox to introduce the obligatory domestic program while preserving the the warehouse scale of the interior and memories of its past. A utility space at the entry allows for off-street parking, but doubles as an entry threshold into the home. And here a diagram of the 2 forms and volumes that were inserted on ground floor and the floor plan. So there's this is the entry space, which can also hold a car, the bedroom, robe, ensuite, and on this side, kitchen, pantry, laundry storage space, and then the kind of living spaces. Domestic zoning occurs around the courtyard with the insertion of rich black butt clad rooms, primarily containing space for utility or those that require privacy. So here looking through into the pantry. Pickled steel is used for the kitchen island bench and splashback. The sliding doors of the ground floor bedroom open beyond to the courtyard. Here looking into the robe, the ensuite. Within the robe area, louvers are retained to preserve the existing facade condition, and a new timber window added internally to achieve thermal comfort. And the first floor with another bedroom, ensuite, and the bathhouse. A timber-lined bathhouse explores opportunity for spatial connection. The black butt battened balustrade allows occupants to engage or retreat with the courtyard below. Under the watchful eye of builder Provenbuilt, the industrial scaled steel windows, bookshelf and stair were constructed on site in memory of the ironworks that once occupied the building. The stairs' rust-toned hues rhyme with the patina of the rugged surrounding surfaces, but is clearly expressed as a new element within the interior. The stair goes beyond its utility, playfully engaging with the existing structural members, providing opportunities for elevated vantage points and dividing the expansive living space into more intimate spaces. Our objective was to maintain the atmosphere of the original place. Stable and Cart House is a humble alteration that values the past, preserving it for the future for both its occupants and the context within which it sits. COVID has prevented our clients from retiring and relocating until next year, as one is an emergency doctor in a regional hospital.
One minute.
Thank you. Oliver, the project architect, is happily house sitting for them. However, our client still wrote these lovely words. The design provides a discreet, modern and comfortable urban refuge from the bustle of city life, offering a sense of escape, privacy and calm around a courtyard garden, which is a token of the natural world. But this sense of disconnection from the city is countered by many reminders of the building's past and of its ongoing presence in North Melbourne, both through the rich surviving textures of the interior and through the undisturbed facade, which hides the internal transformation. Thank you.